The number one thing I want people who think that basic income is a handout is that in a country as great as ours, in the richest nation in the world, that folks just need a floor upon which to build upon. 1 in 2 Americans can afford one $40 emergency. Wages have increased 6% since the late 70s, and folks are struggling. People like us with lights and rents and all the necessities needed to be part of our community. So I think I want people to know that we deserve an income floor, and it's not a new idea. It's something that's been talked about since Thomas Paine in the Agrarian Revolution in the late 1700s to Dr. King in the 60s, and it's an idea whose time has come. I think the path to universal basic income is the same path we've taken to give trillions of dollars of tax cuts to the wealthy. It's really an issue of priorities and focus. So Senator Kamala Harris has her Lift Act, and Congresswoman Rashida has her Lift Plus Act, which is really using the tax code to make sure that folks who are filing taxes are given the benefits of $500 a month to do the things they need to do to provide for themselves and their families. So I think that's a great start. But it's really a question of values. But what I've realized, particularly in Stockton, which is a 60-40 Dem Republican split, is that no matter how people vote in the presidential elections, everyone is trying to figure out, how do I pay for my rent or my mortgage? How do I pay for this unexpected health care bill? How do I pay for the car? Like, people are really trying to figure out and really struggling in the current economy. So I think the path to basic income is a path through us and really understanding kind of what we deserve and what we can afford. I think number one, just poverty in general. There's research that talks about how poverty affects brain development. That folks, the cortisol levels and things in brains change from living in poverty. So I think dealing with kind of structural issues of poverty is a key issue. And I also think just the idea of where the investments are. So in Stockton, for example, we have 2 youth correctional facilities from the state. We have a $400 million state courthouse. But we're the largest city in the state of California without a public institution of higher learning. So I think it's kind of the investments that state and federal government makes in community like Stockton, and understanding that the folks in Stockton are just as talented, just as smart as folks in Palo Alto or San Francisco or Los Angeles, and just need opportunity. That's a tough question. Let me think about it, actually. What? I was just a teenager like yesterday, though, so it's like,
If you could go back to last week, what advice?
yeah, like sleep, like literally, like, all right, if I could give my advice to my teenage self, I would say, turn your pain to purpose and really focus on what you're passionate about. And with that passion, with that drive, with the real kind of why behind what you're doing, you'll be successful.